Hello, great to have you around. This is Frank from Music Interval Theory Academy. Probably you have seen the little story of John the film composer already. In this video, I'm going to dive into some of the techniques that I've been using to come up with the music for John. I mainly based my piece on just one single device, and that is position change from the very first lesson in the course. Pick a root tone and your vertical structure. In my case, I've picked scale tones 1, 2 and 3. The idea of position change is to cycle through the sequence of scale tones over your following root tones. The direction of the cycle is determined by the direction of the root movement. You want to let the bass and treble move into opposite directions. So, 1 becomes 3 over the next root, and 3 becomes 2 over the following root. 2 goes back to 1, and so on. Of course, you are totally free to change the scale over any root tone. This way, you have more control over the emotional outcome, like making scale tone 3 into a -3. However, these scale changes do not affect position change in any way. Now that you basically know how position change works, let's switch to the actual music. Right at the beginning, the high woodwinds take care of those scale tones 1, 2 and 3. The roots underneath those structures are F, A and C. Just have a look at the top line. It cycles through our structure in a descending manner because the root is ascending. Scale tone 3 becomes 2 and 2 becomes 1. And I changed the scale from major to minor over the A root in order to create the feel of a tonal center. Let's have a listen. When the string chords come in, I'm still using the same concept of position change, but actually, I've changed my vertical structure to plain triads, using scale tones 1, 3 and 5. What follows next is a change of direction in the root movement. Up to now, we moved up from F to A and then to C, which equals the structure of a major triad, like 4 plus 3, when you count the distances in chromatic steps between the notes. Now, let's do the opposite and extend our triad downwards. So, the roots now become F to D to B flat, which is also a 4 plus 3 structure when you start on B flat, see? In essence, this is nothing else than a transposition of what I've written already, but in reverse. And this is all connected via one of my personal highlights in the course, which is the matrix of triads, lesson 9. And this is really everything what I'm using in this piece. So let's have a listen. The next part starts on a C root and goes down to A flat and F, so basically a minor triad over F, a 3 plus 4. The strings above go back to scale tones 1, 2 and 3 using position change. If you just look at the top line, it moves from scale tone -3 over C to 1 over A flat to 2 over F. Actually, it continues downwards to scale tone 1 because I wanted to hear this minor 6th chord over the F root. But again, this diatonic passing tone does not affect position change. On the last F root, I went back to chord tones 1, 3 and 5. Also, the following section is simply shifted downwards by one chromatic step. This is actually a very effective way of using patterns because it allows you to use the exact same material in a repetition, but it still sounds new to the human brain because of that chromatic transposition. Let's have a listen to this section and watch the shift. Most of the things that come from now on are repetitions of what we have discussed already. But I would like to show you another way of using position change. And that is this little string run in the second half of the piece. This also is based completely on position change. You can convert any vertical structure into a moving line. So, let's find out what the root tones actually are. Since the horns play triads underneath this run, we know that our roots are B flat and C. So now let's see what notes we are using in the run above. Over the C root, it is scale tone 4, 5 and -7. Over the B flat, it is 4, 5 and -7. And guess what? The pattern of these 6 notes is just extended with a shift. And this becomes more obvious when I copy-paste the notes. They match perfectly. So, runs are a very good application for position change because the whole line then becomes a repetition of patterns with a shift. In order to end this video, I would like to play this piece once again in total while switching through some of the orchestral sections. I really hope that you got something out of this video. This is Frank from Music Interval Theory Academy. Many thanks for watching and enjoy the piece called When Night is Falling. See you next time. Bye bye.